guys, welcome back to our channel. We are working on the SN tonight. What we're doing is we're taking Bryan's original K member out, which was from Team Z. It was a small block Ford K member and it's not going to work with the Coyote. So we're going to show you Bryan got a new K member. So we're taking this one out because he sold it and we're throwing the new one in tonight. And then what is your tentative plan for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, tentatively.
We always have to say tentatively.
Because it literally always changes.
Yeah.
So tentatively, we're selling this K member.
Yep. The
new K member, which is also Team Z, will be in this vehicle already.
Yes.
Tentatively.
Yes.
Of tonight, tentatively. Tomorrow, if things go to plan, we will pull my engine out of your vehicle.
Yes. Tell them, not me. I know the plan.
I'm telling you because I need to reinforce that that's the plan.
Okay, well, so far we're on the same page.
Yeah, so tentatively tomorrow, we are pulling my engine out of your vehicle so it can get brought back here and set down back in, well, for the first time
ever
in its new home.
Yes.
So we'll get to use our custom fabbed motor mounts that we had Mike make for us.
Okay.
Those will get to be utilized, and then from there we can actually start taking dimensions for the transmission once it's sitting in here.
So I think we've mentioned it before, but I just want to reiterate, this car is going to be a stick. Bryan had an MT82 for this car when we bought the donor, but we decided that the way that he pushes things and the way that he takes care of stuff, an MT82 just wouldn't be able to handle him. So we are going to get a Magnum. We're going to go into more details once we have that. I don't want to, tell you all the details without having the transmission here or the thought process on it. So we're going to do that tonight and then get through basically mocking up the dash just one more time just to make sure, because it's not cut and it's not officially sitting in it correctly. We also have to modify the K member for the steering rack. So little steps, little strides. I'm happy with the progress we're going to be able to make, and I'm happy to get the engine out of my car into this car. My block, so sidebar for a second, talk about me again.
It's always about Joe.
My engine is finally done. We're probably picking it up tonight, Saturday. We're going to pick it up Monday or Tuesday and then bring it back to my dad's shop and have it assembled by one of my dad's guys. The transmission has been sent out and hopefully get worked on. Unfortunately, with some of the Ford dealerships closed in the area, the trans builder said that he's not sure if he's going to be able to get everything as easily as he normally can because he does get stuff from Ford still. So we'll see on that, but Michigan stay at home was extended another 20 days, I think, May 15th. 15 so days. We'll be home, we'll be here, so it gives us a little more time to work on our stuff. So I hope you guys are staying safe and enjoy this video.
So this is the old K member we pulled out for the small block Ford, and this is the new K member for the Coyote or Mod Motor Swap. So they're both Team Z. If you look at them side by side, they're very similar in main hoop shape, location of steering rack mounting points. As you can see, low car problems right here.
Damn, I probably did the one.
Yeah, this one was probably you.
Come on, I drove the car 3 times.
Yeah, I know. these were jacked up far before you ever drove the car. But the main difference between them is basically how, like, the location of the mounting pads are for the different motor setups. So you can see that on the, here, come to the side. So you can see that for the mod motor, the actual mounting spots are further back on the K member than they are on the small block Ford setup. So when we put this in, the plan is going to be, so if we wanted to duplicate, what's over? If we wanted to duplicate what would be a quote unquote stock mounting location, we would have the motor mounts in the rear bolts. But the way the SN chassis, SN and Fox chassis is, the ideal setup for them is actually for weight distribution and keeping the nose down is going to be to put it in these front slots itself. So once we get this K member in and we get my engine back, we'll set the engine down and in based off of these front slots, and then we'll build the trans setup backwards off of where the engine mounts are going to be. So before we do the trans, we'll like Joe was saying earlier, we'll get the center console and dash fit up a little bit better, just so we can kind of make ourselves a little more comfortable and a little more sure where the shifter location needs to be for the new trans setup.
So if you see these mounts right here, Brian's going to explain he had them custom made by a friend.
Yes. So when we originally started mocking up the 3rd gen Coyote onto the UPR K member that we used to have, I wanted to keep the 3rd gen Coyote oil pan. It's done a great job in Joe's car. Her car performed great all season. Oil pressure stayed awesome on it, and why fix what isn't broken? So I used a set of stock size motor mounts to mock it up from a buddy that we had. If you remember back to our old video, we determined that we would need a 1/2 inch, just under a 1/2 inch of spacer to clear the oil pan over this main cross member on the K member. So I based some dimensions off of the other UPR, or I don't know, they weren't UPR, off of the other, I actually don't know what they are, motor mounts that we had for stock size, and added 1/2 inch to them in each of the legs using the same bolt pattern as before, and basically just dropping or raising, whichever way you want to think about it, this mounting face. So if you were to hold these up to a standard 96 to 04 motor mount, you know, mounting point to mounting point, these would be 1/2 inch longer than what the other ones would be. And that's basically to give it 1/2 inch more clearance on the main K member bar itself. So on the other K member, I borrowed a set of motor mounts from Collins Cobra.
Right.
Right. So I don't know what you're confused about.
I don't know. I have to see it. Like, you explaining it is tough. I have to, like, visually see it before I understand.
It's fine.
Okay.
We'll do that tomorrow when we get the engine back.
Okay. How are we supposed to transport it?
Same way we did on the way.
All right.
Put a tire in the back of the truck.
Put a tire on the truck now so we don't forget.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess this is a wrap for day 1.
Well, tonight.
Yeah, tonight is day 1.
I wouldn't call it a day 1. It's like day 87.
Of this weekend. I'm going to cut you. We are closing out day 1 or tonight, and then we're, like we said, to recap, we're taking out the engine out of my car and bringing it home and kind of mocking it up, and then we're going to work on some of the dash again tomorrow. So see you for day 2. We finally made it back home, and you can see the engine is back in the truck still, so we didn't get it jacked from my parents' neighborhood.
Nope.
And we're home, so we're putting it on the engine stand, and then it's going right there, and by right there.
We are on the money today, Joe.
Yeah, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm still a little groggy, but yeah, I'm excited to get working on this and be mocking it up for tonight.
So there's one thing that we got to remember.
What?
Before we put it in, we have to take brake booster out.
How come?
Because this is much too large to fit with the Coyote.
Okay.
That's why I got those fun parts from Baker.
Okay.
So we got to pop that out first, which means we got to pull what we have.
The dash out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on it. So what I'm doing is I'm removing these bolts up here. So I'm removing what we need to on the inside for the brake booster. I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing, so I watched a video on YouTube on how to remove a brake booster on a 94 Mustang. So I am struggling a little bit because this is not the easiest placement for me. Well, here it is. It's in. It's probably got to come up, what?
100 more times at least. Minimally.
But it's a good start, and it's good progress. This is the first time this car's seen an engine in 5 years.
Listen.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying that we're very excited in the best way possible.
We're going to let her get used to her new friend before we push her too far. Next, we'll probably work on... What you looking at back there?
I don't know. It looked like a big spider.
Oh, it probably is. This thing was riddled with spiders as we took it apart.
I'm glad I didn't see any.
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you about them.
Thanks.
We will probably shift gears next to fiddling with the dash, trimming some of that up, getting that to fit better. Yeah, and just kind of working our way through it. Hopefully there won't be too many modifications needed for the harnesses and stuff. So once we get stuff kind of finalized where it needs to be, and get a trans and selling a mock, it shouldn't be too long. So
yeah, we're on a good streak of progress, so it would be very nice to have at least a good chunk of it done, so when we move we don't have to have like 17 boxes of car parts, especially since we don't even have that many for our whole house. But again, like we said, we're really happy with the progress, and we're really happy with this video. So if you guys have any friends that are into Coyote Swaps, please share and like this video. We really appreciate it. So we're going to try to be more consistent and do Tuesdays as like Tech Talk SN Tuesdays.
Steel Tuesdays.
That's why I have you.
Yeah.
That's why we're together.
Steel Tuesdays with the SN Coyote Swap project.
Yeah, we're going to try to do that. We're going to be more consistent, and then we actually picked up my engine today, so that'll be the next video out. kind of talking about that and what's going on. And I had somebody ask me if I wanted to review their GT350. I don't know if you guys want to watch something like that, but I sure as shit want to drive that car. So we'll see if that makes it on the channel. So we'll talk to you guys later.
You think I can still deadlift this car?
No, you just said pasta.
So I should be carb loaded.
No. Maybe we'll try again in the morning after we have some coffee.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys later.
Okay, bye.